Hello, America. This is Mark Hale coming at you with the marketing tip of the day. Now, in some of my previous videos, I went over response and how people respond to advertising. The biggest mistake that advertisers or clients make when they advertise, they do a direct mailer, or it doesn't matter what you do, is they don't have a way to follow up with the prospect. Now, most transactions today, unless you're selling something that's a smaller ticket item, most of your bigger ticket items, if a sale is going to happen, you're going to have to get in front of a prospect and talk to them or have a conversation with them, because they're with a bigger ticket item, obviously it has a bigger return, a bigger, sale amount for you. And for the prospect, it's a little bit more of a trust issue. They want to know who to go with, who's going to be best equipped to deliver the product or service that they want, who's going to be there after the sale. Now, you can tell prospects that until you're blue in the face, and so does 3 or 4 or 5 of your other competition that will see that same prospect will do the same thing. What can you do to give your company an advantage and a leg up over your competition? Well, that answer is use a brochure or a booklet to follow up. So these are some samples that I pulled this is for a real estate company. Obviously, real estate companies, you're dealing with a very high-end transaction, but this shows the properties, it says something about his company, and he can hand it to the prospect after he leaves the sale. Because there's a fallacy, one call close just doesn't happen really, especially in bigger ticket items. It's nice when it does happen occasionally, but most of the time you have to follow up with the prospect, you have to receive. So the average real estate agent coming in, just leaving them maybe a folder with, they bought at Home Depot or Office Depot rather, and stuck a label on it and just gave it to them, and they've got stuff printed off on their copier, their office copier, which, looks kind of cheap and cheesy. So this is from a home improvement company, and one of the problems that home improvement companies have is obviously you've got a lot of competition, and you've got a lot of competition that cut the price. Now, if you have this problem, you might look at a brochure like this. This is 7 little known secrets about home improvements, and basically he goes through in the brochure and explains questions that they should ask the low-cost provider, and it helps position his company as a reliable, reputable company because he's given him this piece, and it cuts basically his competitor, the cheaper quotes, off at the knees. This is for a detox thing. This is an information instructional type brochure. If you're mailing out a product or service, these are very handy. This is for a shed company. They obviously, sheds, believe it or not, is very competitive. You have a lot of competition. So he lays out a little bit about his company, but he also lays out different models in sheds, and he puts testimonials in there from satisfied customers. So I want you to think with, especially if you're selling a bigger ticket item, what material are you leaving behind with the prospect? What does that material look like? Is it a good representation of your company? Does it move the sale to the next logical step? Now, there's some tricks that we use to help make these brochures do exactly what you want them to do. And as far as if you're worried about cost, it's fairly inexpensive today to print brochures and booklets and things. With digital printing, you can print lower quantities for less money than you ever have been before. So if your business needs help with a nice marketing material or a brochure or booklet, call the number before and talk to one of our marketing representatives. They will walk you through the process on how you can get it and the cost involved and all of that. And it's very affordable, and it will help you close more sales and make your company look more professional.